It's week 5 of the NFL, and this one features the Bulls' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bulls and the Aviators on Thursday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are in the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the team.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
When we had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike, it almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to... Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, faking the give. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards away. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Defense.
So a big mistake there. Roughing call on the field goal try.
Automatic
it
first
gives
down.
them an automatic first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
This one is good. He knocks it through. The Aviators will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The Bulls send their punt team out. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Aviators offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
He'll drop to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Aviators readying for the punt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Bulls offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Third and 9. Motion man is the tight end going right. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Aviators offense ready for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bulls offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Now a toss play, running left. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time.
This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
On comes the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Aviators offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll try to set up the screen here.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Bulls offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 6-yard loss.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Parker motioning over. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stay on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They put the tight end Hall in motion. Now this time they'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Parker motioning over. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Aviators, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bulls offense ready to get back at it. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. They get an even 20 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second. Throwing now from the gun. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. And that is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Parker motioning over. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. So just a couple of field goals through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our score at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do them any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the tight end screen. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Aviators offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They put the tight end Hall in motion. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They put the tight end Hall in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This is caught at the 2. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now this looks like a design run. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These wide, outside the number throws, this is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now give on the ground, and he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Hunting time for the Aviators as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Chicago.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd down and 8. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
1st down, Aviators.
Now a give up the middle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They put the tight end Hall in motion. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Got a man left side. It's caught. catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. It is a touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Aviators offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
19 yards. First down, Aviators.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Right back to him on first down. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Handoff here, up the middle. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They get 15 on that game. First down, Chicago.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a run. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night.